And CTV's Kamil Karamali joins me now for more. Hi, Kamil. So tell us more. What did the Labour Minister say about why the federal government stepped in?
Yeah, well, for many reasons, especially since it had reached day 29. But really, the last straw for Labour Minister Steve McKinnon was that he said that the talks had, quote, taken a turn for the worse, that both sides were at an impasse, and he did not see either side moving closer towards a middle ground. So he said this was really, in many ways, the last option available in terms of the federal government stepping in, using powers under the Canada Labour Code, and now telling the Canadian Industrial Relations Board, or the CIRB, to order workers back to their jobs if they also believe that both parties are at an impasse. McKinnon says mail could be flowing as early as next week when asked when that might happen. And he also said the two parties are going in the wrong direction. Canadians are rightfully fed up, and that it's the government's responsibility to maintain, quote, industrial peace. He spoke of prosperity of community and workers being at risk, that this wasn't an easy decision to make. He also spoke about why the federal government needed to step in, speaking of, Canada Post not processing an estimated 1 million parcels a day, affecting charity fundraising and small communities that are dependent on mail, including Indigenous communities, not getting essential items, including medicine. He also spoke about some items, government items and papers that can only be sent through Canada Post because of its sensitive nature. So he spoke of 1.65 million pieces of government personal correspondence in storage awaiting delivery. Also, nearly 200,000 passports that have not been delivered, and about 50,000 permanent residence cards. So that's the laundry list of the reasons. McKinnon said, look, there was no other way. The federal government and Ottawa had to step in.
And Kamil, the union not thrilled, to say the least.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to read you a little bit of their statement that they sent just minutes after Steve McKinnon spoke publicly. So what they said was that they denounced McKinnon's move in the strongest terms. Today, the union has learned that the Minister of Labour is using his powers under Section 107 of the Canada Labour Code to order striking postal workers back to work. It continued to say the union denounces in the strongest terms this, quote, assault on our constitutionality protected right to collectively bargain and to strike. And it continued to say this order continues a deeply troubling pattern in which the government uses its arbitrary powers to let employers off the hook, drag their feet, and refuse to bargain in good faith with workers and their unions. Now, while this battle continues, McKinnon was also asked when it comes to whether people will get their Christmas presents on time, will that happen? He said in, a roundabout way that he doesn't quite know, but that the party selected this timing for the strike and lockout. And, he wanted to give them as much time as possible to find a common ground through collective bargaining. But once 4 weeks had passed and, quote, the two sides were going, or the talks were taking a turn for the worse, that's when they felt like they had to step in. And as you mentioned, there's also an inquiry taking place now by the CIRB that has been launched for, in some ways, Renee, a complete revamp of Canada Post, and that report will be put forward in May of next year.
I see. All right. CTV's Kamil Karamali reporting. Thanks, Kamil.
Thank you so much.